Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the overview of Leo season for all the signs. Now, this is going to be the introduction, and if you follow me, you'll know that I do an introduction on what I think is kind of important stuff. I also pull a few cards during the introduction sometimes. Now, if you're new, basically I post twice a week general energies. One is from Monday through Thursday. The other is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I post the long readings, like I like to call these, once a month. Now, this was going to be about your sign during Leo season. But what's going to happen is I'm going to give you kind of an overview of just what's going on. I do post in the descriptions the minute marker of when the signs actually begin. So if you cross watch, if you do your rising, ascending, your moon, your Venus, or whatever else sign you watch, you can just, once you've seen the introduction, I don't make you see it every time. You can just click onto that minute marker to get to where you want to be. Now, when I am doing my long readings, actually, when I'm doing my short readings, I am using my Radley Valentine decks. For my long readings, I'm going to be using my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I then finish kind of towards the end with my Archangel Power Tarot cards, but we'll explain that a little more so. So anyway, I start main message with my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will then go to John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and I will then kind of get some clarification. I come to my Osha Zen Tarot cards, any words of advice. Then I go to my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I then pull from my Emily Anderson crystal deck and, see what kind of stone crystal might be helpful during this time. Periodically, depending on how things are going, what the feelings are, I will also pull a Radley Valentine Guardian Angel deck from my Guardian Angel deck, and I'll also pull from my Waite Rider traditional tarot deck. Okay, now I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I'm an intuitive channeler. What that means is I open myself to higher power, and whatever the message is, my job is just to deliver it. Now, a couple of things too, when I do my introductions, and especially for the season, I like to give you a little bit of the overview on where the planets are. Now, Leo in itself is going to be really rather interesting energy. Every year it has this one phenomenon happening, so we're going to go through that a little bit. Now, on one of the sites, and this is the site that gives me the birth, your natal charts, and I've posted this before. I'm going to post it again, but this gave a really nice little synopsis. So the planets show us what is happening. Signs show us how it is happening. And houses show us where it is happening. Now, during Leo season, 4 planets will be direct: Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Uranus. It does go retrograde August 19th. Now, Uranus is always about expect the unexpected. Leos are very, very aware of this. We have 4 planets retrograde: Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. Okay, so we know that right before the 22nd, and I'm looking at my notes over here, and I will post my notes on my website, and then I'll link it to my Facebook page. I'll maybe link it to my community page also. My website, not too robust, but you'll be able to get to this if you want to watch this, if you want to look at this. So the 21st, Venus is entering Virgo. It's leaving Leo, entering into Virgo. And that will give us a more grounded energy. And the only thing that we need to be careful of, we need to be careful of a little smugness. Now, the 22nd, the sun, which is the ruling planet, if you want to call it that, enters Leo. And that's at 10:27 a.m. And all the times I give will be Eastern Standard Time, so you can adjust that to your own time. Now, kind of the thoughts when I'm preparing, the sun burns bright. This is going to be the time to shine. Also to Leo, while the sun, it also is the heart. And this is about honesty. And I know I've talked about Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus illusion. There's going to be some time where that's going to butt it, the two are going to butt heads. And the illusion is going to be very rough. It's going to be rough to maintain. Anyway, so the thing about that is, just basically, like I said, time to shine, honesty. Leo energy is very honest energy. Now you may say, but I know a lot of liars. Well, we all have our good, we all have our bad, and it's not all, it's not all Leo energy. Like I said, if you ever go to see what your natal sign, your natal chart is, you're going to see all the influencing planets there too. And again, I will post that in the community page. Okay, so on the 23rd, this is an interesting time. We're going to have a full moon in Aquarius at 10:36 p.m. Again, everything's Eastern Standard Time, so I'll stop saying that. Open your mind to the possibilities. Think big. Dream big. It's also a lot of rebel energy too. So it's breakout energy. Now the interesting thing here is that this is the first of two full moons in Aquarius. Now the one in August, it's like just, it's barely in Leo season. It's transitioning, but they're still considering this an Aquarius moon. So there's a lot of things that can be done during this time. A lot of get up and go energy here too. Okay, so the interesting thing now is in Leo season, from the 23rd, well actually July 23rd, okay, there is the Mayan calendar. There is the galactic calendar. And I don't know a whole lot about this, but I thought this was interesting because this all leads into what they call the Lion's Gate portal. And you may have heard of that. That's on August 8th, 8/8. So but we'll talk a little bit about that. I'm rushing ahead. So there is the 23rd is really kind of the end of the Mayan calendar or this galactic calendar. Then the 26th is when the new year actually starts in this calendar. So that leaves the 25th. Now the 25th, so the 23rd is the culmination of this 13 moon calendar. And that's on the 24th. The 25th starts on the 26th, the new year starts on the 26th, but we have the 25th. This is what is considered the day out of time. It's a very, very spiritual day. It's it's charged with a lot of spiritual energy. There's a lot of things to do with the arts, but not in the way you think. It's more creativity. It's more creativity, not necessarily what you put down on paper or what you paint or there's more of a creative energy here. Okay, so 25th has some really powerful stuff. Allows a more intense connection with that spiritual world. Actions will be well received by the universe if they are positive, if we have our vibrations very, very high. So again, the 26th, planetary, galactic, I think even the Mayan New Year begins. Now, the 26th from the 12th of August is the time of the Lion's Gate. It's when it's opening, culminating on August 8th to being totally open, to then the 12th when it closes. Okay, so that we'll go back to that in just a moment. Now, the other thing is the 27th, July, Mercury enters Leo, and that's all about communication. And again, I wrote truth, 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 honesty, honesty, honesty. It's kind of like that child. Did you do this? No. It's like, even if my words, it's like I can't, this is going to be a time of truth. This is, and this is while Mercury is in Leo, our communications, even if we want to hold them back, it's like, don't even try to hold that back. So on the 28th, Jupiter retrogrades back into Aquarius. It's been in Pisces. Now it's going back into Aquarius. It continues the full moon energy. And remember, the full moon, the beginning of July to the beginning of, I should say, Leo to the end of Leo season, there's going to be that Aquarius full moon. And again, that truly, truly rebellious side. But it's kind of like, I'm kind of getting the King Arthur days, the Knights of the Round Table, might for right type of thing. It's for the right reason. We just have to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the right reason. Okay, so I wrote, continues that full moon energy, wants to do good for the collective, but not leaning on emotion. Objectivity more than emotion. So it's not necessarily going to be, oh, I need to do this. Oh my gosh. There's times that we can see somebody that's having troubles and we want to go in and jump in and want to help them. But then we realize objectively that sometimes it's better to help them or teach them than it is to do for them. So we've got that overlying energy going on. Now, that other site that I reference back to periodically, they're talking about these first 10 days of August with a high risk of unexpected shocks and surprises. I'm going to post that one also. And I can see why. Okay, the 1st of August and the 2nd of August, Leo's opposing Saturn. Saturn retrograding with, that's in retrograde in Aquarius, but it's still Saturn in Aquarius. Leo's opposing it. Leo's kind of saying, none of your baloney anymore. Hey, be honest. So there's going to be that total fight, possibly within ourselves to be more honest. Now, we have Venus trining with Uranus on the 3rd. On the 4th, we have Mercury. Okay, so then we have Mercury and Uranus. Anything to do with Uranus is expect the unexpected. Uranus doesn't do what we want it to do per se. It does a lot of times what needs to be done. So we have the 3rd, Virgo is trining, and that's a nice energy. But then we have the 4th, Mercury in Leo is squaring with Uranus. So again, that communication. Squares have a little bit of a kind of like that pearl, that piece of sand, that pearl in the oyster, kind of like needs to be coated a little bit. And then we have the Sun on the 7th, where in Leo squaring with Uranus again. So there is going to be some friction there. There's going to be some friction. Okay. Now, on the 8th of August, we have a couple of things happening. Now, remember, I told you that this is when the Lion's Gate is totally open. And, this is when, and they consider this to be a portal to where, I can't tell you, a portal to the spiritual side, a portal to the, to the, I don't know, just the dimensional side, a portal to other realms. I can't tell you, but it's a portal. So there is going to be, the new moon is going to be in Leo. Remember, it squares with Uranus, so expect the unexpected. It's also, like I said, known as the Lion's Gate. That is when the Sun and Sirius, they conjunct, they align. And so it's almost like, if you're able to look up where these two star system, there's these two stars, they're almost on top of each other, and it's almost as if we have either a brighter sun or it's like we have two suns going on. So the energies are supercharged, stepping up to higher frequency energies and to new responsibilities. Now, so this is kind of pulling us up to that higher level. This is why I'm always talking about our vibrations and keeping our vibrations high. It's very important that we do that. And as we try to keep and work together to keep our vibrations high, I promise you, the universe will be pulling and pushing and just throwing in more of those low vibration energies to try to block us. Now, is that the universe? I shouldn't say it's the universe. And a lot of times I'll say higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, the voice of the universe, the source, the divine, whoever that is for you. But I shouldn't say it's that per se. But as we burn brighter, many energies don't want us to burn bright, so they try to dim our light. Anyway, so now on the 11th, Mercury enters Virgo. Remember, Venus is in Virgo, and Mercury and Venus, I'm sorry, no, it's Mars and Venus. I'm sorry, Mars and Venus that likes to be together. So anyway, Mercury enters Virgo, again, communication. This is really getting down to business energy here. Venus enters Libra, so there is a rebalancing happening. Now that's on the 16th. Now, this I thought was interesting. Can't tell you necessarily what it's going to mean, but August the 13th, it will be a Friday the 13th in August, which is not real common. The last time there was a Friday the 13th was in 2010. Now, the number 13, now I like to bring it down, to the, talk about the 1, new beginning, or a 10, transition, 3, has some creativity, and then you add it together. 1 plus 3 is 14. Is 4. That has stability, organization, leadership. But the number 13 in itself is about death and rebirth. Okay? Something has to end in order for something to start. Sometimes it can be very harsh, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen. Many times over, we're being prepared by the universe for this. Because so now, instead of, I don't want you to really worry, oh my gosh, the 13th. No, because it always, it is about rebirth. And remember, 5 days before, we have that new moon, which is that new cycle. Okay. So the 20th, Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus. Okay, more of the the unexpected. On the 22nd of August, the second full moon will be in Aquarius at 8:01 a.m. Now, this is great. Now, there was a lot of Jupiter energy. Remember, Jupiter was retrograding back into Aquarius right after the full moon, right, in July. Now, this aligns with Jupiter and is the second full moon in Aquarius. This is about optimism, good luck, success, but be aware of self-indulgence and self-gratification. Okay, that can pull our vibrations down. And then on the 22nd, the sun enters Virgo at 3:35 p.m. Okay, so now, lots of stuff happening. Let's kind of go. Now that full moon, that new moon is a time, the energies are such, I really can't tell you what to necessarily expect with a new moon. And again, new moon to full moon, as it's getting bigger, it is waxing. That's when we do a lot of requesting. The new moon is a new cycle, is when we get out there and we start new projects, new things like that. The full moon to the new moon is when we get rid of things. The full moon in itself is about, when I say we get rid of things, so that's our release, our relinquish, and our request time. But I don't know, this new moon is going to be a little bit different. I really don't have, when I'm doing this, I was like, okay, higher power, what are we going to do with this? I really can't tell you what's going to happen as yet. It's going to be, there could be an extremely chaotic energy. Again, too, there's a lot of things happening within that, that 5-day period from that new moon. So, there's a lot of things that could be happening. A lot of times, too, it could be a very tower moment where things have to come down in order to be built up. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we are going to pull a card for the overview of Leo season. So here we go. Let's pull 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. And this is general, universal, just what's going on out there. Okay, 3 cards. Okay, so the Empress, let me move that so we have that nice and clear. Okay, the Empress, and remember, anything reversed has stronger energy. So the Empress to me has a lot of universal energy. So there's a lot of things happening from our higher power, the universe, the source. There's going to be a lot of things shifting, a lot of things changing here. Now, the last couple of times that I've been seeing the Empress, I have been getting a lot of pregnancy, a lot of getting ready to birth type of energy. I'm feeling that with Leo, I think that the birthing process is happening. Whatever, and again too, that's taking us to those higher, higher levels, the ascension periods. We've been going through a lot. We have been, Cancer, new moon, I think I said that was like the piece of charcoal that was being, the pressure that was getting it ready to become that diamond energy. So with this, now we have that three creativity, power of three, the Trinity. There's a lot of power with this, but the Empress, universal energy. The Empress does bring about abundance, but this is the birthing. I feel like this could be a very strong birthing process. Remember, labor's not fun. Labor's not fun, but the outcome, the outcome is, if it's a positive outcome, that's quite a beautiful thing happening. Next card. Okay, this one is also reversed. Now, this is rods or wands. Now, that is our fire energy. It is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, passionate, burning, determined energy. This is a 9. 9 has like a culmination energy. 9 has a okay, you've done everything you need to do. The 9 of rods is stand firm. Stand firm. This is going to be, I kind of feel like this is going to be the shorter period. I feel like labor is going to be short and you just need to get through this. Okay, this is for Leo season. Next card. Here we are, again reversed, and again, so here we have a 7. 7 has that divine umbrella. It's a perfect divine number, and this is again, this goes along with this, with the 9. There is going to be some battles. There is going to be some, some resistance. But now, is that going to be within yourself or the people around you? We'll only have to see what happens with that one, but. It's not something that it's not something that's going to overcome us. We just have to remember to stand firm. Okay, now let's go on and let's see what we have for that full moon in Aquarius. Oh, okay, we got some cards already coming out. And when they pop like that, they need to come out. Okay, the full moon in Aquarius. So now we have the 9 of Swords. Remember, 9s have this, like it's a completion energy. This is, you see this person, Swords in itself is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It is your thought processes. It's making plans. And you see this person, oh no, oh no, oh no. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, then we come to the 3, again, another 3. So remember the numbers too. The numbers have been speaking very loudly to me lately. So if you ever see some numbers that really are connecting or resonating for you, write them down and then go in your search browser and just put those numbers in plus angel numbers and hit enter. So this is a card that people don't necessarily like. However, it's not as bad as you think this is, because this is some past wounds, but this also has some healing to it. But the thing is, it's like, are you going to carry this around? So a lot of this is releasing, relinquishing, and then we come to another 7, and this is Pentacles. Pentacles is our earth energy. It is our Virgo. We're about to go into Virgo season after Leo. It is our Virgo. It is our Capricorn. It's our Taurus. And, it's very solid. A lot of times it's the efforts we put into making our money. It's our job. And in this case, so there's a lot of releasing, because you can't be staying up all night. You can't be going, oh no, oh no, oh no. You have to release the anxiety. There's a relinquishing the pain, relinquishing the hurt. And then there's the requesting. The requesting is to request what, hey, I put all this effort into something. Now it's time to reap those rewards. Okay? And that's what the 7 of Pentacles is. It's you've been working hard, you've been doing what, and it doesn't necessarily mean in that physical world. It could be in the metaphysical too, though there is this earth energy, but I've been working hard. So this has a lot of that same energy. So go ahead, request, keep working, the rewards are coming. Okay. I'm also going to do a card just one card for July 25th, which is the day out of time. I thought that was extremely interesting. The 25th has a meaning for me. So let's see what we have for that day. Again, it's going to be, according to these calendars, there's going to be very strong spiritual energy. So let's see what we have. Ah, so here we have a 6, and again, that was reversed. The 6 of Cups. Cups is our water energy. It is our Scorpio, our Pisces, our Cancer, fluid, emotional. There is a lot of looking back. There is, this would be a perfect time for that day out of time, because there is this looking back in order to get ready for the future. The 6 of Cups, 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into it. A lot of times this has a lot of nostalgia in it. A lot of times this has a lot of comfort and caring in it also. So that would be a good card for that spiritual. Part of this is getting, I'm kind of feeling with this, because you can see here is this, person that has all of these beautiful little flowers in their cups and wants to give. So that's a very generous card also. It's a very caring card also. So I like that. Okay, let's go on and let's see what else we have here. Let's just jump to that portal. Let's just jump to the new moon. So here we have that new moon. Okay, the new moon, August 8th. It is the opening of, it's where the Lion's portal is completely open. Let's see what we have here. And we'll pull 2 cards for that one. Here we go. 1 and 2. Okay, so we have Judgment. We have a 20. We have a 2. 2 has a 2 has a decision-making energy to it. 0 has universal energy, God energy, divine energy to it. Judgment is basically kind of that time where things are weighed and balanced. This is also a time when you can go through. It's kind of like, I'm kind of getting that Stargate energy. It's kind of like, you can go through, you can't. You can go through, you can't. Kind of very karmic also. Okay, and now, again, so here we are. King of Swords. King of Swords, swords again, the air energy. And so we have actually talked about our fire energy, our air energy, our water energy, and our earth energy. So I will not be mentioning those in the longer readings. Anyway, the King of Swords, air. Kings have the underlying energy of air. Swords is air. Very objective, just kind of cut and dry. Goes along quite well with Judgment. So, I don't know. I'm just going to put that out there, and I'm going to let you, just kind of see what it is, you think it's going to be about. Let me know, because the new moon, while it's to start new cycles, start new transitions, new, just new, I really don't get a good, shouldn't say a good feel. I don't get it. What I mean is I can't really wrap my head around it. I haven't been really getting anything about it, except, there could be a lot of chaos energy. There could be a lot of, which is not bad, okay? But, it could be very unsettling energy too. Okay, so I am trying to hold this back. I was thinking about our next full moon. So this will be about our full moon. And like I said, it is about to just transition into Virgo season, but we are still in Leo. So let's see what that full moon will be. Victory. So here we have that 6, number of man. This is, so while there is these rough patches, there is this high energy going on. There is a lot about victory. This is the 6 of rods, the 6 of wands. Again, it's that fire energy riding into victory. So there is going to be, even though there's a lot going on, again, riding into victory. It actually comes out. And if we talk, when I talk about it, here we go. The 22nd, the full moon, Aquarius, optimism, good luck, success. And here we have it. Here we have success. So there's a lot going on. There is so much going on for everyone, or I should say around everyone. And we can tap into these. We can tap into these energies. So Let's take some deep breaths. I know I will be posting this. I may post this as a standalone video too, but I will be putting this in the beginning of the longer readings. So, but I will also post the timestamp for when the individual readings begin. Okay? Okay. So, everyone, let's start our readings. Hello, my Scorpios. How are you? And welcome to Leo season. Okay, let's see what we have going on for you. We're going to use my Angel Tarot cards and see. I hope you watched the introduction. I know it does get a little bit on the longer side, but there's a lot of information that things are happening. Things are happening around us. Okay, let's see what we have going for my Scorpios. First card, the Lovers. Okay, relationship issues, relationship positive, negative, I'm not quite sure. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you've put into the relationship. Now, relationship can be your work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, romantic. It could also be family or home. So there is some healing energy coming with the Lovers, okay? There is some healing with these relationships, but it's how much are you willing to put into that energy? What are you willing to give with that energy? But Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. Inside, outside, spiritual, natural, all of the things to be healed. But there's something going on with the relationship that needs this healing. The relationship needs to have this balm. The relationship needs to have a stronger connection possibly. I'm not quite sure what this is, but this could also be about a relationship coming into your life that's going to create this healing too. Now, again, could be your work. People have strong relationships with their work. Could be another person, okay? And, we're intimate, okay? But it could also be family. But it's something could be coming into your life to create this healing, to help with this healing. But I do get a lot of the healing energies with Archangel Raphael. There's a lot of the relationship energies here too. So let's watch this. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. I like the good health. Next card, the High Priestess. So now we have two major arcanas, and this is what this is. This is a major arcana. This is Archangel Heniel. This is the High Priestess. This is also about psychic awareness. There's a lot of things going on in Leo season. And, there's the 2 full moons, like bookends in Aquarius. So there's a lot of that going on. On the 8th of August, there is that new moon. So there's a lot of very high psychic intuition, high psychic energy going on. So there's a lot where the High Priestess is saying, hey, make a connection. Let's talk. Let's connect with that higher power, your source. 2s have some choices. 2s have some decisions. 2s also come together, which could also be about with the Lovers. It could be about coming together with that relationship. There is also a lot of fated energy, things that are destined energy going on with Leo too. So there could be something coming into that fate. This is, again, listen to your intuition, but it's also make sure you keep your intuition and your vibrations on the higher side. And again, connect with your source, with the source. Here we are. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Now that's the one thing, my Scorpio. Sometimes you jump. Sometimes you don't look before you leap. Consider carefully what you want before acting. And that's where your decisions energies comes from. Okay, last card here. The Emperor. So you've got all this major arcana energy going around you. You've got all the source. You've got all the archangels. So here we have, now okay, the 624 definitely has some sort of numbers. Take a look those up. The Emperor is Archangel Michael. Michael is the warrior energy, the warrior angel, the protector, okay? Michael also wants things in order. Michael is the military energy, and kind of like, no, we need to make sure that we've got everything in place. We want things in order. So there's an order energy here too. But this is all very, very high vibration energy all around you, my Scorpios, that's really there to help you, to help guide you. Okay? 4, stability. Four, think of the four legs of a table, and if they're a little bit off, the table rocks. But if they're all the same length or they're on, they're on the right floor, things are stable. Organization, it's also about leadership. So, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. I am getting a very strong kind of military vibe with Michael, and I think that it's saying that you need to make sure that there's some self-control over you. Okay? You need to borrow some of that self-control. Okay. Let's go on. My John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle. But yeah, remember all of these angels. And again, too, the 624 definitely feels like there is a message there. And you can think of it 6 minus 2 equals 4, but it's a 624. There's definitely a message. And what I say is, go online, put in your browser search engine 624 angel numbers, or what do these numbers mean, and see what pops up. Okay? Let me know. Let me know, my Scorpios. But there's major, like you're walking two paths right now. You're walking two paths. You're walking that supernatural and that natural. Not always easy to do, but yeah, I feel you're walking two paths right now. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle. Here we go. Here we are. Now, in reversed strong. So here it is a 7. 7s have a divine energy, divine umbrella. We talk about that. Choose wisely. Okay? Connect. Connect again. There's a lot of high energy around you, a lot of powerful energy around you that you can connect into. But there's some decisions happening for you. I do feel that you need to really there's a lot of self-discipline that you need, my Scorpios, through, whatever this is. You need to kind of, there's a lot of self-discipline here. But then again, it brings you, there's some sort of a choice coming to you, here, connection, and we have the 7, choose wisely. Where are you going to go? So there's some interesting stuff happening. Let's go on. We have another 7, triumph, riding into triumph. So there's some 7. So yeah, definitely your 7's divinely guided, divinely pulling you forward. Listen to your divine, listen to that positive energy, listen to the source, basically riding in triumphantly, getting to where you need to be. So let's go on here. Let's see. Interesting stuff. And then we have 4. We have another 4. Again, foundation and achievements. Really interesting for you. This has a lot to do with home energy. This has to do a lot with relationship energy. This has a lot to do. I wouldn't, it could even be your job or your work, because in order for you to have this foundation and achievement, you have to have a good job, or you have to have the money coming in order for you to relate back to this. But I'm kind of getting back this with the lovers and the foundation and achievement. So there could be a brand new, I shouldn't say that. There could be a strengthening in a relationship, a very strong, this could be one of those summer relationships, or an existing relationship that just gets stronger and stronger as we go on. But again, I do think you need the self-control. The military aspect here is very strong, and I don't want you to be too hard, too rigid. I don't want that. I think that this has more, you need to kind of control your own self. There's something with this, okay? Okay. Let's go on for, here we are, my Osha Zen Tarot for words of advice. So yeah, there's something, the lovers, so you have your 7s, you have your 624, and you have a couple of 4s, and you have the 7-7. But there's something with this foundation and achievement in the lovers that are really, really connected in some ways. Let me know, my Scorpios. Like I said, I don't always have to figure it out. I don't have to figure it out. I like to figure it out, but I don't. I don't have to figure it out. So let me know. And yeah, those 4s. But again, yeah. Stay in control. Part of it, my Scorpio, is I think that you want to just kind of jump that gun. I think that it's kind of exciting, and you just want to, like, it would be an example. okay, you meet somebody and you know, your heart is fluttering and it's like, oh my gosh, this is who I want to be with. And before they've kind of gotten to the same place as you, not to say they probably will, they probably could, you know, you spring and say, oh, let's get married, or let's move in, or let's do something more with our relationship. And they just might not be ready for that. So you always have, you might be totally ready, but they might not be ready. Okay? So just wait it out a little bit. Wait it out a little bit. Okay. So, words of advice from my Osha Zen Tarot. Ah, compromise. Okay, this is a 6. So we have our 6 up here again. Compromise has been coming up a lot. And compromise, so there, you know, in a lot of the different, you know, the different readings. So there is you know, you might have to make sure, again, too, like I said, step back then. Like I said, you may have to pull yourself back a little bit. You may have to kind of say, oh, wait a minute, now it's not the time to rush in. It's not the time to jump in, even though there's a lot of victorious type of energy. It's just, you know, it's just not the time yet. So there might be some things that you have to kind of wait it out a little bit more. Compromise is just a little bit, make sure that you're compromising, you know, in the right way and in the right manner. Sometimes we can be compromising in such a way that, you know, that there's just something oily about this one, about this card. There's something that's just kind of slimy, and it may not necessarily be in the best interest of all, you know, all. Okay, let's go on. The world. Okay, so now we have a 10. The world, the world is also the wheel. Things are moving. There is energy shifting around you. There is energy pushing you forward. 10 has the 1, you know, new beginnings, 0, source, 10, transition. Things are moving for you, whether you feel it or not. They are definitely moving. Again, you know, this one, he was moving. He's moving. He's riding into victory. He's riding triumphantly. Okay, there is movement happening. Okay. The lovers again. The lovers again. We have that 6 again. So we have a 1, 2, and a 3, 6. So we have 3 6s. So those numbers are definitely moving. But 6, the lovers, there is a relationship energy here. There could be this very brand new relation. No, I shouldn't say brand new, because it could be an existing relationship that just gets closer and closer and closer. But there is, you know, and also too, there is something about here, and I think this kind of goes, be careful about someone's heart, okay? There's also a sense about being kind, but it's also about, be careful about the heart. Now, the heart could be your heart, or it could be the other person's heart, okay? So there has to be a gentleness. So in part, you know, with what's going on here, I would say there should be some gentleness here. Be careful about the heart. Once the heart is in your hands, or you know, if somebody gives you the heart, you need to make sure you take care of the heart. Okay? Don't use it as, okay, I got the heart. You know, there could be a lot of, oh, I was going after it. Now I have accomplished what I wanted and it doesn't matter to me as much. So there is something, be very careful about this heart. Be careful about this heart. Okay, you've got of course, my Scorpios, you always are like, oh, where is any of this going for me? So, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting, and then I hope you'll explain it to me. Let's see. But again, that heart, be careful. Be careful with the heart. Be careful with, and again, it could be even your heart. Here we are. My Archangel Power Tarot cards. First card. The King of Raphael. Well, Raphael, okay, the King's energy is sword energy, air energy. We've talked about that. We talk about that in the introduction. Raphael is water energy. It is your energy. It's also Pisces and Cancer, fluid, emotional. The King has grown up. The King has gotten to an emotional sense of awareness. This is where the King's what is it? The EQ, emotional quota. They, you know, they have come to that higher level. They know what they know. They've gone through a lot of ups and downs, but the king comes out, in many ways, the king of Raphael just basically comes out emotionally mature. And now it's time to step into it's now time for you to go into a new relationship. Again, work, job, career, there's a lot of personal relationship in here, but it's time for you to now trust again. It's time for you to take that next step even. Okay. Warm, generous, honorable, refined. Watch out for the heart though. Watch out. Yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Next card. The Eight of Michael. Okay, Michael is air energy. I don't think we had any air energy. That is sword energy. That is, well, yeah, we do have sword energy. Sword energy is, the king's underlying energy is air, okay? This is Raphael, water. But Michael is air energy. Gemini, Libra, it's also Aquarius energy. We've got those 2 full moons in Aquarius, so there's like bookends to Leo season. And 8 has unlimited possibilities. 8 has, so many opportunities here. And Michael is about plans, hearing news, and also there's some discussions here. And the 8 of Michael is all about breaking free, basically saying you don't have to stay where you're at anymore. It's time for you to move on. Okay? So, and there's so much relationship energy here that it sounds like it could be very much moving on with a relationship. Okay, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. And your next card, your last card, the Star. Okay, so now we have a 17. So we have those 7s again. Interesting with that. Now we have a 1 plus 7. You can make that into an 8. So an 8, remember the new moon is on the 8th, August 8th, 8-8. So there's something, with these 8s going on. But the Star is Archangel Jophiel. There's a lot of creativity with Jophiel too. But this is about making wishes. This is about dreams coming true. This is about stepping into your happily ever after. There's a lot of things that could really work very well for you, my Scorpios, that, that just bring you to that higher vibration. But this is Archangel Heniel, a dream come true. Believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation where you can be free, the end of a difficult situation. Let us go on. One more card, and then we'll do our crystal energy. But this is my guardian angels with my Radley Valentine cards again. But this is guardian angels. There we are. 10 of thought. So we have that 1 and that 0 energy again. It is reversed. Thought energy is again air energy. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end. You can breathe a sigh of relief. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this junction. Someone in your life may finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. But again, we have a lot of things happening. There's a lot of divine energy around you, a lot of divine, Michael's there to try to break down some of these walls, to break down some of these barriers. The High Priestess, Archangel Heniel's there to kind of communicate more with you. Raphael's there to bring some healing. You've got to be careful with the heart, because it does feel like could be a new heart or somebody giving you their heart. But yet it's time for you to kind of trust in trust in the universe, trust in the source. I think it's also saying maybe not to hold it so much, not to necessarily, and I think not to, trust in so much your own earthly energies as it is to trust in that supernatural energy. Okay? Okay. Here we go. But there is a lot of changes for you, and, it depends on what you're going to do with it. What are you going to do? Those archangels really called to me, so remember to keep their names. Okay, what crystal or energy for my Scorpios do we have? This one is reversed. Malachite. I like malachite. It's a nice stone. Pain relief, transformation, that makes sense. Vision, powerful protection. That makes sense also. So there's some things changing for you. There is some relationship changes for you. There is some breaking free of something in order to move towards something else for you, my Scorpios. Again, Leo season's going to be interesting. Okay. Remember the button. Please like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell. It does help. People have said that sometimes, their notifications go away or they lose me. So make sure everything's clicked. Mostly, and the most important thing for you to know, my Scorpios, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.